Say, man, Drake has finally publicly responded to this ongoing litigation between him and Universal Music Group. Now, when this thing first popped off a couple of months ago, Drake was very tight-lipped about that, as he should be. When you got ongoing litigation with anybody about anything, you don't want to be showing your hand out here in public and making public statements and public comments about the inner workings of what's going on as the litigation is ongoing. And anything that you say in public could be used against you in that litigation. Now, to that point, I've never pushed for Drake to come out and say more about what he was doing with Universal and why he was. We all just had a suspicion about the timing of the announcement of the litigation with Universal Music Group. I was never one that was saying that Drake need to tell us about what's going on with the lawsuit, why he's suing Universal. It's in the public record as to why he's suing Universal. So I've never pushed for Drake to come out and show his hand in terms of the litigation. I only pushed for Drake to continue to make music because you can do two things at once. You got your paid, high-paid, well-paid attorneys dealing with everything on the legal front. Drake could have continued his ongoing battle with Kendrick. He chose not to. He chose to, walk away and, put more of his attention on the lawsuit that he had against Universal. Now, we all know how it all started. Drake filed a lawsuit, then he filed a second lawsuit. You dig what I'm saying? Drake's claims that Universal Music Group conspired and artificially inflate the streaming numbers of Kendrick Lamar's diss, Not Like Us. UMG responded. They said that the suggestion that UMG would do anything to undermine any of its artists is offensive and untrue. We employ the highest ethical practices in our marketing and promotional campaigns. No amount of contrived and absurd legal arguments in this pre-action submission can mask the fact that fans choose the music they want to hear. Now, with that being said, Drake has, again, as I said, he hadn't said much. He hadn't really been posting a whole lot of nothing about anything on his social media. He just kind of been going, day for day doing what he do, posting this or that. It's always some, in my view, sometimes it's just weird. But, he finally spoke out publicly and gave his opinion on the matter and how he feel that it's going and how he feel that it should go and why he's actually doing it. He said this. I don't know no details, fam. I'm just showing you outside perception. I think there's better ways to go about it, in my opinion. Me and Universal is like if Nike was funding a campaign about LeBron cheating on his wife, not Adidas or Reebok, Nike, the company he been with since he started. My situation is not no street shit. Everybody before me that tried the label was too eccentric, so they wrote them off as crazy and they never had to pay for their sins and mistakes. I'm going to change that and make the building a safer place for every artist moving forward. Now, Drake seemed to be sticking to his guns in terms of the allegations that he made against Universal in terms of, being predatorial against him and, boosting Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us record, buying this and buying that and pushing this and suppressing that. These are all the claims that he made in his lawsuit against Universal. So it seems to me that this is far from over, man. I don't know how much into 2025 this is gonna continue. Aside from the lawsuits and things of that nature, he's still trying to negotiate with these folks. I assume he's still trying to negotiate. I don't know how Universal operate in good faith with Drake on doing a restructuring of his contract and how much money they gonna have an appetite to pay him when he trying to sue him at the same time. So we'll have to see where it go at, man. You dig what I'm saying? I, for one, the whole time it's just been about the music. I felt like Drake could have continued dropping the music. And, him and Kendrick Lamar could have kept going, doing what they doing. But I can also understand and be empathetic that he trying to do, what's best for him personally, outside of, everybody looking at this like a beef, yeah, give us a record, give us a record, give us a record, when he over here trying to, get a bigger bag, fighting this corporation. But at the time, it just seemed like, well, damn, the ongoing, you had a contract that you was trying to negotiate with Universal before, you started going after Kendrick Lamar. So I'm just here for the music, bro. The legal stuff with what he got going on with Universal, and the claims that he made in his lawsuit, and trying to, how much money look, bro, that's above my pay grade. I don't care about how much money Drake trying to get from Universal in his contract deal, and all of this, bro. All of that stuff, most of us do not care, bro. If Drake get a bag, if he get 500 million, $1 billion, okay, cool. We gonna hear about it, read about it, move on. Like, where the music at? Like, that's just what it is. But again, I understand that he trying to potentially go after a bigger bag, but I don't know how well this is gonna end for Drake, man. These corporations are a hell of a lot more well endowed when it comes to this money, finances, power, all of the things that made him who he is. He going against that, and we haven't ever seen somebody go after these type of conglomerates and win. That's all I'm saying. That's all anybody's saying. So we just pay attention and focus our attention on the music. The legal stuff is the legal stuff. We'll hear about it and see what's going on with that, in passing, and we'll talk about it if it's significant enough. But I mean, again, I'm just here for the music, bro. And I don't know how this message got out. It looked like a Instagram DM message where he was going back and forth. Somebody obviously asked him about the situation with the lawsuit with him and Universal and how that whole thing going, and that's what he had to say. You dig what I'm saying? And his I guess he tabling this as, I'm going after these folks to try to, to try to take them down and get an understanding with them, to try to make this music business more fair, more safer. So he doing it for the greater good, it seems. The greater good of him, initially, because he would be the first person impacted if this goes his way. But if it doesn't, he changes nothing. You understand me? Because these multi-billion-dollar companies, they're going to continue to do what they've always done. He's just a thorn in their side right now, up and until, and if he win against them. And we'll see how that all work out. I'll get at y'all on the next one, man. Y'all be smooth. I'm out.